Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, so today what we're going to do is a random ranking, and we've been on this theme of Christmas movie random rankings. And that's because in December we have our movie advent calendar where we pull out a slip of paper that has a movie title on it, and then we watch that movie and then talk about that movie. So I'm not really doing any rankings of the Christmas movies that I'm watching. So I thought, how about we close out November with rankings of Christmas movies to sort of ease our way into December. So let's get to picking 3 movies from my Christmas film collection, which is in this box, and then we'll rank them, all right? I say we because I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's pick these films. I got one right here. This feels like it's never been opened. Oh wait, no, that's a slip cover. All right, then whatever this is. And then let's try this movie. Oh, wow, that's cool. I don't really know what to do with this one. Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, so I got a little confused for a moment because I was like, I don't know what to do with this because it's not really a movie. It's more of a television special. But we're going to go ahead and rank it anyway. And that is the Charlie Brown... Is it just called Charlie Brown Christmas? Yeah, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Right here, this section. Although, look, Thanksgiving just a couple days away. Couple days away, right there. I don't even know if I've ever seen that. When did that come out? Like, is that an old thing, or did they make a new one? I don't know. But anyway, we are doing this here. It's a staple. It's an American staple. It is... I wonder if other countries watch it too. But it's also has a cultural impact, because if anybody gets a tree for their house that is not full, at least this is in my area, it's not a nice big full tree, we call that a Charlie Brown tree. Like if it has just, it's very thin on the branches and things like that. Obviously it doesn't necessarily look like this, but it's just a tree that's a little thinner. My dad always liked these kinds. That's what he would try to get. Where my mom, she liked very full trees with lots of stuff. But the type of tree my dad liked would be called a Charlie Brown tree because of this special right here. So it's really woven itself into the fabric of America, not just because it's on television every year. I actually don't know if it still is with streaming and stuff. I think it is. For on television, shown on television every year for Christmas, but also just the terminology, the music, and yeah, it's just a classic. So I really like it. It's actually been a few Christmases since I've watched it. Actually, we might have put it on last year. I don't know. I guess I should say there have been a few Christmases where we haven't watched it. But we do try and pop this one in just because it's a quick watch. It's nice. It's nostalgic. I mean, people have been watching that since like what, the 60s or something? I don't know. When did that come out? Yeah, 65. Is that right? 65 it looks like. So, you know, my parents were little tiny children when that came out. My dad would have been 5. Wow, that's wild. And I was watching it as a little kid also. So, Charlie Brown Christmas, very good. Next we have A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. This was fun. We did watch this one quite a bit in the calendar, put it in the calendar, some of our early years. And not our first year. I don't think we had it our first year, but I think I remember buying it at a store called Meijer, which doesn't even sell movies anymore. I'm pretty sure that's where I bought this, in their old movie section. Man, this store, it's like a Walmart sort of thing. When they first opened, they had a video rental store. And then they just turned that into like the movies and electronics section for purchase. And then they moved all that and made it much smaller and put it sort of in the back. And now it's completely gone. That happened just this year. Anyway, these movies I love. This one's probably my second favorite. I like the first Harold and Kumar the most, then this one, and then Guantanamo Bay. But it's funny. I like that they made a holiday movie. I think they should do another one. Like do a Halloween, Harold and Kumar Halloween. That would be so good. Gosh, they're so old though. They're older than me now. They're probably like 45, those dudes. But they're like the Cheech and Chong of my generation, I guess you could say. But I remember 2004, that summer when the first movie came out. People were just cracking up leaving the theater. It was so good. And yeah, I just like that these have at least three of them have continued. I wish they would have made more, but I get they wanted to take different paths. But especially John Cho, because he's been in a lot of serious things. I mean, worked in government. I don't know. I just think it would be cool if they came back for another one and maybe make it a horror film. I think that would be good. Horror films have legs. People watch them. People buy them. So I feel like you can make some money off that. I think almost every franchise needs to do that. Just make a Halloween version, like Sister Act. Sister Act Halloween. Make another Sister Act. They should have made a Sister Act Christmas, honestly. Anyway, moving on to our next one, which is a Robert Zemeckis film, which is funny because I'm actually listening to a Robert Zemeckis interview right now on a podcast called Club Random, which is actually it's a YouTube, well, it's probably a podcast too, but it's like a YouTube long form interview, and I'm actually watching the Robert Zemeckis episode. It's called Club Random with Bill Maher, and I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, Robert Zemeckis, he directed this version of A Christmas Carol, which I hear outside of The Muppet Christmas Carol, this is the most accurate. And I think this one is the most accurate. But then The Muppet Christmas Carol also is, but obviously they embellish some things in order to put Muppets in it. But yeah, from what I hear, this is one of the most accurate examples, and I think it's very good. Jim Carrey is in it. Jim Carrey plays Scrooge, and he also plays the three ghosts. Gary Oldman is in it, if I remember right. Colin Firth, Bob Hoskins, Robin Wright Penn, Carrie Elwes, and then, yeah, of course, Jim Carrey. And I think the first time I saw this, I didn't like it. Or I don't know, I was weirded out. I had that whole, Uncanny Valley thing, but I don't know, it really grew on me. Way more than the Polar Express has, but I actually haven't seen Polar Express as often. But this one, I've seen way more times, and I don't know, I just like it. I think it's good. Is it a short movie? 96 minutes, okay, not too bad. But I don't know, the special effects are of their time, that like motion capture sort of thing that he was doing. But I don't know, I still think there's a lot to like in this, and I do like it. So how are we going to rank these? All right. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go Charlie Brown Christmas, number 1, then Disney's Robert Zemeckis A Christmas Carol, number 2, and then we're gonna cap it off at the end with A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Oh, and plus pancakes suck, waffles rule. Wafflebot, oh my gosh, he's so funny. He's hilarious. You know that like robot in Rocky 4, like I don't like that robot in Rocky 4, but I like the robot in Harold and Kumar. It's just like so out of nowhere. Why did they do it? Also, there's the scene where they go to, I'm about ready to like move this movie up here, but there's a scene where they see the White Castle, go to the White Castle. And my wife, when we watched this movie, when I showed it to her, she had never seen any other Harold and Kumars. She started crying during that moment because she was the movie was able to convey the importance of White Castle to their friendship, and she just thought about, wow, this is a part 3. Like, she was able to connect all of these dots, and it made her emotional when they saw that White Castle, and she started crying, and she's like, what's happening to me? And she was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful and amazing. So certain things, when she thinks of the gravity, the largeness, this epicness, the scale of certain things, really just make her cry. And I love it. That's one of my favorite ones. And then also her just seeing the Star Trek logo in the first Star Trek movie. Like when that thing, like it's huge, it was huge on screen. And then when that thing like twisted and showed itself, like she just started bawling. She also did that with Guardians of the Galaxy when that title screen popped up. That one I don't really know why. I think she just really thought the opening was good and, you know, Red Bone and all that. But yeah, I don't know. I always thought that was so cool because it was Harold Kumar Christmas, Harold and Kumar 3. She started tearing up even though she hadn't seen any of the other movies. She was just able to tell how important White Castle was to them, and I loved that. So yeah, one more time, Charlie Brown Christmas Carol, then Disney's Robert Zemeckis's what did I say? Charlie Brown Christmas, then A Christmas Carol, the Robert Zemeckis version, and then Harold and Kumar. But my question to you is, have you seen these movies? These three right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.